All right. Mueed Tahir, welcome to the RepStack podcast.
Thank
Mueed
you.
Tahir is working as a digital marketing manager in a digital marketing agency based out of California. Right,
Yes.
Mueed? Why don't
Yeah.
you give us a brief introduction?
Thank you, Azhar, for having me here, and it's an absolute pleasure talking to such a celebrity in our
Oh, man.
company and also one of the pioneers in this industry. And about me, yeah, I am working as the digital marketing manager for TJ Walton Digital Marketing Agency. It's based out of California, US. We're basically marketing all the med spas all over the US, and we're running their social media ads, managing their social media, generating leads for them, and all the shebang relating to marketing
Nice.
when it comes to med spas all over the US.
Amazing. So we're going to get into the day-to-day of what what it means to be a digital marketing manager at your excuse me, at your agency. But why don't we start a little bit before that? I want to kind of find out who Mueed Tahir is and how did you get started and what led you to the digital marketing field.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story, to be honest. I basically started off my career back in 2010, been in working for the past 13 years or so now. Uh, I did my undergrad from Canada.
Oh,
In
really?
yeah,
Awesome. Where from?
University of Western Ontario. It's
Okay.
in London, Canada, around 1.5 hour drive from Toronto.
Toronto area.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so did my undergrad from there, came back here, did my MBA from here, and then started my career from here in Lahore. Joined this freight forwarding company as Razing International. Started off as a marketing executive there. Worked for 2 years with them. Was when I resigned from there, I was the marketing head there. Then joined my family business. We have a big family setup, as everyone here in Pakistan. It's a whole complete package.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined my family business back in 2012, and been working there for the past 10, 11 years or so. I was heading the marketing and the sales department there. So and then sometime in between, like 4 or 5 years back, I started my own sort of a little venture for this corrugated manufacturing boxes, the cartons.
Hmm.
So got into that field as well. Was running that for the past 4 or 5 years, and then there comes a time in your life when you realize that uh, all you've studied and all you've done and all you've achieved so far, it's just you're another cog in the machinery, and you're just not. I'm just not utilizing my potential, to
Hmm.
be honest, and not utilizing my what I can give to the company. So it kind of became monotonous and very mundane, sort of a routine for me. And last year, sometime back, a year back, this March, April, and it's sort of I was hit with an epiphany, and I was like, man, I want to do something on my own. I want to build out a career for myself, and I'm just not. I know I can give a lot more to something. I don't have a passion. I'm just working somewhere I don't have a passion for.
Hmm.
And then I started this on my own. I started taking some digital marketing courses. Basically, I had this passion for uh, IT and technology and marketing and all of that, because my undergrad was also in marketing. My MBA was in finance and marketing. So I
Hmm.
started both the major subjects, and I've always had this passion for marketing. And I started following different media gurus and information technology gurus on YouTube, and did some of the courses on Coursera and different platforms for digital marketing. And then I got hooked to it, and I was like, man, this is something I really, really want to pursue as a career.
Hmm.
And then sometimes back in June, July, I started looking for something which would suit my needs, and this is where I came across RepSap, and I was really moved by the platform and the culture you guys were providing, and I took a shot. I applied there, and it was just a random thing. I never knew I would be selected or given a chance about, because I applied to a couple of more companies by the time when I decided to work on my own, and every time everyone just rejected me by saying that you have such a long gap
Hmm.
for in your career path, that we don't really see this as a as a positive thing on your resume.
Hmm.
And they just didn't trust my instincts or trust my ability to work for them. And
Hmm.
there was this label on my forehead, sort of a label, that I'm a business owner, so I might not be able to stick around for long, or something
Hmm.
of that sort. And even in a couple of interviews, I had a really bad experience. Someone judging on me on my appearance, that you're dressed up so nicely, you don't, it doesn't look like you need a job. So
Hmm.
here, there is a dilemma in our country where they think that a person who's looking out for a job, or a person who's looking out to build his career, or build his or her career, they're just they're doing out of desperation or out of need. They just
Hmm.
don't look at this angle, that they might be doing something to basically develop their own skill set and develop their own character, and something applying in this sort. So I took a chance applying to Repstack, and I remember at that time Salman was the HR head with you guys, and I remember I applied in the morning. I got a call in the afternoon from one of your HR associates, and she took my interview on the call for like an hour, and then she said, "Is it okay if I schedule your interview with our HR manager in like an hour or so?" I was
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And Salman took my interview the same day on Zoom, and there I was. He offered me a job, and I was really shocked and thankful at the same time, and I accepted it on the spot.
Hmm.
And that day and now, I'm really thankful, and I'm really grateful to the Almighty that He gave me this opportunity. And I came to a platform, and I came to a company which let me grow on my own pace, because I didn't have any prior experience to digital marketing or any sort of digital sense in sense prior to this.
Hmm.
And the platform you guys gave me, the RevStack Success Academy RSA, and the trainings I had, that taught me a lot.
Hmm.
And I cannot even lay more stress on this. The courses I had there, the trainings I had there, the people, everyone there, they were so helpful, they were so accommodating, and it taught me a lot. And I'm really thankful. And after completing my 3 months in RSA, I was onboarded with TJ Walton, my current client, and I've been with him since for that time, and really enjoying my time here.
The rest is history, as they
The
say.
rest is history. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. What a great story. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed listening to your story. And I think when we start looking out at people from like what you said, right? We try to judge a book by its cover, and sometimes that's not the case. So, I think there will be so many opportunities that we'd be missing out on if we just looked at things on face value. What I think we've kind of come to learn is that you want to really look for a person, and you want to look for the mindset, and the right mindset, and you want to have that leadership and coachable mindset. The trainings and everything you can do, so as long as you have the mindset, I think everything else can fall into place. And that's kind of what happened in your example. But it's such a great story. You going to school in Canada, and then doing your MBA back in your home country of Pakistan, and then working as a marketing head for a company, for a freight company, then taking over you're working in your family business for a long period of time, and then coming in and working as, applying to basically an entry level job at this point, right?
Exactly.
So I think I can imagine why some people would have um, uh, misplaced misconceptions about this. But again, it's their loss, and I feel that it's our win to kind of, hopefully we look through that and we were able to see that, and then I think also the other thing that matters is that we do have a buffer, right? Like we do take people for their words, but they really have to come in and prove themselves in our training academy before they go on and work with our clients. So I think that's the difference. Many companies don't have that luxury. They bring in an employee, they want them to start doing the task really soon. For us, we do have a buffer because we've invested in our RepStack Success Academy, where we can pick out if this person was, does this person align with us or not. And obviously, you worked out great, and then now you're working with an account in California. So that's a great story, Mueed. Tell me a little bit about, before we go into your role and the day to days of your tasks and things that you do there. Tell me, because there's a couple of challenges that you have now in this new, like, you wanted it, you got it. So now, now you're stuck with it. So, because, the challenges are that, first of all, you're working remotely, you don't go
Yeah.
to an office, you work from your home most of the times. Second thing is that you're working in a completely opposite time zone to your clients. You working at nights.
Yeah.
So what's your procedure like? What's your setup like for the start of the day so that you can have the most productive day and you can go in for an 8 hour shift and you can crush it? Having these things that can maybe hold you back in some instances.
It was kind of a challenge initially because, like I already mentioned, I've been working for the past 12, 13 years, and it was just like a regular 9 to 5, 9 to 6 job, and in the morning going to the office, getting up. But it was quite a bit challenge for adjusting to the night routine and sitting at one place and doing completely opposite of what you've been actually programmed to do for all of your life. But eventually, it's all about uh, adjusting yourself, the adaptability. I
Hmm.
remember when I joined RSA, and you came in the first week and you gave this amazing sort of a lecture to all of us, telling us about how it's very beneficial for us to have a coachable mindset, and how flexible we should be in basically adjusting our routine and everything. And it
Hmm.
stuck to me, and it really it was like I kept insisting on that point, and I adjusted my whole routine according to that thing. Because for me, if you're setting out to do something that you really love and you want to follow as a passion, and then you want to make a career out of it, then you have to sacrifice
Hmm.
a lot of things in order to achieve that dream.
Yeah.
So initially, yes, it was a bit challenging, but then again, you get used to it. Everything, a man is basically a man of habit. I'm a man of habit, and if I change my routine somewhere, so now basically when we started off at RSA, it was from in Pakistan time, it was from 5 p.m. till 2 a.m. And then
Hmm.
when I was onboarded with my client, sorry, and when I was onboarded with my client, it was from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. because they're
Phew.
based in California, and
Like
they're
West
following
Coast hours.
mountain time. Yeah, the West Coast. So it was another jump of time for me. So, but then again, yeah, the only thing you get to miss is basically spending time with your children and with your wife and all. And then again, so I kind of adjusted my routine this way that I sit down, I start my work at 9 p.m., then I get off around 5ish, 5:30ish, and at that time I offer my prayers, and I stay up at that time, I don't sleep. So I've actually adjusted my routine to the fact I wake up my kids for school, I dress them up, and I then go off and drop them off to school, and that way I get to spend time with them as well. And then I come back home. and then sleep. So it's like, for me now, it's kind of a 12-hour kind of a thing.
Man.
So yeah, so I come home and I go to bed around 8:30 ish in the morning, 9, and gets around 9 a.m. when I usually snooze off, and then I
Mm,
wake up around 3 ish, 2 ish, 3 ish. So almost half of the day is gone.
mm,
So then I from 3 till 9, then I still have 6 hours. So to actually do some stuff, or the regular stuff, the home stuff, and
mm,
all. But then again, you get used to the routine. So now it doesn't bother me. I'm actually looking forward to it, and
yeah.
I'm actually uh, get anxious whenever the time is not coming. Well, I love to work. I love to basically do something. I cannot sit idle. I cannot be like, I don't have anything
That's
to
the
do.
beauty of your answer, that right there, that when you find something that you truly enjoy, that you're going to adjust your life, you're going to adjust your routine to kind of work on that objective. And you're absolutely right, it's not going to be easy, it's going to be a little tough when you first start out. My analogy for that is, anytime I start a new workout, I don't want to do it, it's tough. Like, even though I want to get the results, it's not the same. But usually in the third to fourth week, when I really start getting the hang of that exercise or something that I'm doing, man, like, because I enjoy working out thoroughly. I've been doing it for the last 12 years now, nonstop. And that's similar to my work, where it's something that I really look forward to. Like, the days that I have to go do, I'm already thinking this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And I can't wait for it to be the morning and
I
go to the gym or
am.
go to the track and run and things like that. But the key here is that you have to be working on something that you're really, really passionate about. Because if you're not passionate about it, then man, then that excitement is going to turn into anxiety, and it's just you're going to feel bad knots in your stomach right before your work hours. You're not going to be productive. It's not going to be fun.
Exactly.
But if you're passionate about it, then I think you can turn your wife or your life upside down, and and still be having a lot of fun, still be making time for your family like you do with your kids and your family, get ample amount of sleep, and still be crushing at your work. So I can't say that it's easy, but you make it sound like it's easy because obviously you're so passionate about it.
Yeah, actually, it initially when I was working in my own company, I hardly got any time to spend with my wife and my kids, because when you're uh, working in your own office, then there is no time, then there is no fixed time, then there
Mhm.
is no fixed days. So
Mhm.
I usually used to go around 9ish, 10ish a.m. in the morning, and most of the time I got back home was around 9ish, 10ish in the night, and my
Mhm.
kids were already asleep at that time. So I'm kind of happy that I'm following this routine now. Everything balances it out eventually. So this way, I'm giving 100, or I'll say more than 100% to my work as well,
That's
doing
awesome.
it passionately, and also giving ample amount of time to my kids and my family and my wife, so that they don't feel left out, or they don't experience the same which I was putting them through initially.
That's great.
So eventually, yeah, alhamdulillah, it worked out really well for me in every way possible.
Well, one question I want to ask you that many of you guys obviously don't know right now because you're hearing Mueed for the right. So let's move into your day to day, man. So digital marketing manager,
Yeah.
what does that mean at your agency? Like, what does your day look like?
Yeah. So initially, when I started off working with the TJ Walton Digital Marketing Agency, I was basically hired to run social media ads, basically on Facebook, and then managing their CRM software, go high level, and doing some of the email marketing for the clients. But eventually, when we started off doing this work, and it's like basically, now I'm heading all of the marketing department of TJ Walton Marketing Agency, and our CEO there is TJ Walton, very nice guy, very humble guy.
Hmm.
And now it's basically what I'm dealing with is I run manage all the social media ads, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram. We recently launched Google, and then we're also launching ads on TikTok as well soon, maybe in a day or so. And from this angle, we're also managing leads for our clients. So basically the main purpose of our whole job is to get leads for our clients, which are med spas based in USA.
Okay. So you
55
started out, and you've been roughly at this particular job for about
for
six
around,
months.
yeah, 6 months.
So you started out as a media buyer, and
Yeah.
now you have upgraded your responsibilities, I guess. So, like, what happened in the last 6 months that you went from just a basic associate and now you're a marketing manager?
What happened? What happened was basically, Alhamdulillah, I did my job really well, and I was basically uh, when I started off. TJ was the only one doing everything on his own. He was managing sales, he was managing marketing, he was managing the correspondence. He basically hired another associate from RevStack for his account management, and he was really happy from her job, from the work that associate was providing. And then he decided to hire a marketing associate for this, and we started off as me managing the Facebook ads, not initially, but just starting off by creating the ad copies and the graphics and writing the headlines and the descriptions for the ads. Then within a month or so, he liked my work so well that he gave me full authority to run the Facebook ads on my own,
Nice.
because I learned how to. Just one point to make here: I had no experience in running any sort of ads before.
Hmm.
All I learned was in RSA. Everything I
Hmm.
learned from was in RSA.
Hmm.
So, but like I said before, I had this thing in my mind which you taught me: always have a coachable mindset. And
Hmm.
another mantra that I follow is never say no to anything.
Hmm.
Always be willing to do anything you can learn it later, even if you don't know it. Just say yes, you can do it. And that's what I told TJ. TJ, yes, I'm not that well versed in this, but just give me 2 days. I watched a couple of tutorial videos and read some of the documents out there. And then after 2 days, I was like, TJ, let me do one ad. I did one ad.
Love
Uh,
it.
I I did one ad, and Alhamdulillah, it performed amazingly. TJ set out a goal that we need to generate around 7 to 8 leads per week per client. And the
Hmm.
first ad I did, it generated around 18 leads in one week.
Nice.
And
Nice.
TJ was so impressed with that he was like, "Man, you're good at this." So he gave me a couple of more ads to do. So that's where it took off, from one ad to like 4 ads, then doing the whole agency's ads, and started off with Facebook. And then there came a time like around month and a half by that I was managing all of the Facebook ads for all of our clients.
Hmm.
And Alhamdulillah, when I joined, they had like around, and this, yeah, sorry, one point to make here, because TJ was handling so much, he was not able to grow his business. He was
Yeah.
not able to get in more clients. Most of the clients he had were on referral basis, on word to mouth basis. He
Hmm.
never did any actual marketing for his company,
Hmm.
no sort of inbound or outbound marketing or some sort. So when I came in and I took over the marketing team and the marketing department, this gave him time to actually go out there and get more clients. So when I joined back in October, we were around, we had around 35, 36 clients. And alhamdulillah, now in March of 2023, we're around 58, 60 clients. So it's
Right.
almost double the amount.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah,
amazing. That's the impact that the right type of people have
uh,
inside an agency, and that's such a great story, man. Like it does. I feel that experience, especially in this day and age, uh, is overrated in some cases because you can learn anything. Like again, as long as you have the mindset and you're not just going to hide behind that. Oh, I don't have experience in this, or I can't do this. I've never done this before. Have a coachable mindset like Mueed does. He
exactly.
said that let me get back to you in 2 days. He learned something off of quickly taking a course. It doesn't take too long, figuring out how it's done, and then give it a shot. Raise your hand, take the opportunity, grab the bull by the horn, as they say, and make it happen. Like make it sound so easy, Mueed. It would be such a great story for a lot of people, and that's what I want to really instill in the people who are trying to build out their careers. It's not complicated, it's simple, it's hard work. Find something you're passionate about and go to work. And do not be shy of asking for what you want. It's that simple, right? So that's an amazing story, man. And the fact that the right person, like when you go into an organization, the impact that you have in that organization, basically that organization, that digital marketing agency doubled itself since Moy joined. So that's the impact you want to have in the organization you go into. So what an amazing story, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. There's another point I would like to make. Recently, I just want to raise this point of adversity and challenges you have to overcome while working somewhere. Recently, while working with TJ around a month back, we were hit by some hackers' wrath, you'd
Ooh.
say. Yeah, it was a Saturday afternoon, a quiet Saturday afternoon. I was lying down in my bed and I received this email and that I've been given access to these two Facebook pages. I was like,
Hmm.
okay, maybe TJ is working something at this time because there's a 12-hour time difference and he likes to work late. And I was like, okay. And I ignored it. And then after like 5, 10 minutes, I receive another mail that a phone number has been added to your account. And
Hmm.
I got a bit suspicious that what's happening. And like after 2 minutes, I received your phone number has been removed from your account. And
Oh
I
man.
like something is happening, man. And by the time I turn on my laptop and get to figure out what is happening, my password has been changed. My whole account is gone.
Hmm.
And I contact Facebook and I tell them that this has happened. And they're like, okay, provide us with some ID to prove that it's your account. I did. And they're like, it will take us around 48 hours to get back to you. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay. In the meanwhile, I messaged TJ that this happened. And so, as I already said, that it's already there's a big time difference between us and them. So he did not reply at that time. So around 9ish in the night here in Pakistan, TJ replied, "Okay, thank you for giving me a heads up. I'll look into it." And I was like, "Okay." So he's onto it. I'm onto it. Facebook is onto it. So nothing would bad would happen.
Yeah.
3 4 hours pass, and TJ contacts me around 12 midnight here. He's like, Mueed, we have a serious issue on our hands. The hackers got hold of our main agency account through
Oh.
your account, which they hacked, and they've already spent around 10 grand, $10,000 on ads, and they've scheduled an ad with a lifetime budget of $2.1 million. And
Crazy.
I was like, crazy, man. So, but somehow, one way or the other, we were able to overcome that issue. But the bad outcome of that basically problem was we got our money back, but the Facebook algorithm banned our main account, and
Hmm.
all of our clients, all around 60 clients, are on that account. So now, what should we do? It was a very big dilemma for us. So, but we did not let that affect us. We instantly created a new account.
Hmm.
I remember me and TJ, we were up like 24 hours for 2 days consecutively on a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, contacting all our clients that please, we rolled out an email that something has happened, but you don't need to worry about that. Please give us access to your page or your account on this new account.
Hmm.
So in those 2 days, we got access to the new accounts of all our clients' pages on our new account, and come Monday, we started rolling out ads again on the new account.
Hmm.
So, but that taught us one thing, that we cannot rely on just one medium
Hmm.
to basically run the ads or even market for our clients. It's an old saying, you've also heard it, never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So that gave us the opportunity to basically diversify our portfolio. And this is where we started off with Google Ads. And
Hmm.
again, I had no prior experience of running Google Ads, and Alhamdulillah, I ran first two ads of my career just yesterday, two Google
Nice.
Ads. So,
Amazing.
and I learned Google Ads in 2 days. I had a session with one of our associates in RevStack. I watched a couple of videos again, and then we rolled out Google Ads just yesterday. And today, after talking to you, I'm going to roll out a couple of more. And then in a day or so, we're also going to roll out TikTok ads for our clients.
That's
So
amazing,
this
man.
is this is where you. I just wanted to lay the stress. You cannot let any problem or adversity or a bad situation affect you. Always try to have that strong mindset to overcome, and you can have a solution to everything if you just put your mind and if you just put your effort into it.
And adversity is really an opportunity, right? It's just
Exactly,
rising
exactly.
itself as an adversity. It's an opportunity to do, have better securities in place. It's an opportunity to diversify the platforms that you guys are on. It's an opportunity to, do so much more, like learn more things, new things. Maybe you guys would be able to double up the revenues because now you guys can go and charge for Google ads, which you guys weren't selling before, and
Yeah.
even make more money. So in the end, it might be a small adventure at that time. And I know how it feels, man. I've been through that. And one fine day, man, I don't want to tell my story here. It's very embarrassing, but I will. Again, it's that somehow these guys get you on the weekend, right? So again, it was one of those weekends, and my Google ad got hacked, and this is in back in my agency days. And I'm seeing this ad come up on my Facebook about getting a coupon for your Google ads. And they're like, just click here, right? And all I really had to do is that I'm like, okay, it seems really legit. It looked really, and it looked like it was a Google's ad, right? Like Google was advertising on Facebook
Mm,
to claim your $200 free ad spend or something like that. I'm like, sure, I'll use that ad spend for some of my clients or something like that. And all I had to do was just click on that ad and log into my Google account. And after that, within hours, things started happening, man. All my clients' accounts and all of that stuff, and I'm panicking. And then again, something similar. I contacted my clients, told them everything isn't under control, locked down everything, called up Google, talked to them, figured out how. And apparently, these guys' services are like really, really bad. It's it takes them ages to get back to us. But anyways, long story short is that we had all the ads and everything ready to go so that we can just kind of roll them out within minutes on a different account. So
yeah,
we just moved really, really fast. So our clients really didn't suffer. We got the money back, like you said, and we just learned to be really, really, really protective about the
yeah.
privacy and things like that. And yeah, so it's happened to the best of us. And if you're a media buyer and it hasn't happened to you yet, then I don't know if you're a media buyer or not.
But
But it's not fun to go through it, that's for sure, man.
not at all, not at all. I still remember those 2 nights. Uh,
Must be rough.
when you start working with something and you really, like I said, you're really enjoying it and it's a passion of yours. And I don't consider TJ as my employer or I don't consider TJ Walton Digital Marketing Agency as a company who has hired me, or RepStack as a company who has hired me. I whenever I work, I work as if it's on my own baby. It's my own company, and I have to give 100% or more than 100% to that. So same way, I treat TJ as sort of a partner in this agency. It's not like I'm working for them or I'm working for him. It's like
Hmm.
it's my own agency. I'm working for my agency. It's my baby, and I cannot let it suffer. And I'll have to, even if I have to sacrifice my sleep, if I have to sacrifice going somewhere, if I have to sacrifice everything just to put it on the right track, I'll do it, and I will do it, and I did it. And Alhamdulillah, me and TJ both did it. And after now 3 weeks of handling Facebook people, and I must say it's a tough task to deal with customer services out there, with especially Facebook people and all. So yeah, it was a learning lesson, it was a learning curve, and we got out of it. And what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. So yeah,
Love it.
that's what I told TJ, that you don't need to worry about this. We're gonna come out of it as stronger than ever, and it's gonna give us an edge over our competitors as well. So
Hmm.
because of this, we now know what security measures to take, and how to basically now diversify our ad spend on three different mediums now. So
Hmm.
it's not, we're not relying on one thing. Now we're diversifying on three mediums. So eventually, our revenue is going to increase, and exposure is going to increase as well for our customers.
Yeah, I agree, man. So this is great, Mueed. Why don't you give us a last piece of advice for somebody who's trying to start out their career? I think this was really amazing. For somebody who's trying to build out a career, being a digital marketer, and working remotely, and maybe even working in a different time zone, what's your one or two tips for them to be successful?
Yeah. Number one, I would say, always have a coachable mindset, like you say. Always be prepared to do anything, even if you don't know something. There are tons and tons of resources out there on the internet. You can learn anything you want to. Always be prepared to do anything. And number two, most importantly, always be prepared to sacrifice anything for the thing you love. There is no second option. There is no uh, substitute to great work, to hard work. If you're
Hmm.
willing to put hard work into something, make the work you're doing your passion. If you make it your passion, you're going to enjoy working a lot.
That's
And this is what I've basically experienced myself on a personal level. I didn't need to basically work as a digital marketing associate. I have a my family has a good business setup out there. I don't need to basically work or anything, but this is something I want to do. This is basically something I want to do on my own, learn on my own, develop myself. So always have that passion in you. Age doesn't matter, adversity doesn't matter, don't matter. You can overcome anything if you just if you're willing to put out your 100% out there. That's my advice to everyone out there. Never give up, never ever give up. It's never too late.
That's such a great advice, man. Find something you're really passionate about
Mhm.
and go to work, right?
Yeah,
Don't worry about anything else. Do what it takes to get it done. And most importantly, have a coachable mindset. So,
exactly.
so what a great story, Mueed. Thanks for being on this show, man. I really appreciate it. I think it's going to help out a lot of people. Your story is phenomenal. Obviously, your work story is amazing, but what you bring to the table before work is also amazing. You know how you kind of turned your career upside down, complete 180 degrees, and again started being successful right from the get-go. That's, like, you can do things like anytime at any point in our lives. You just gotta find the right things to do. So what an amazing story, man. Muhit, thank you very much for being on the show, man. I look
And
forward to seeing you real soon.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute pleasure talking to someone. And I'm not just saying this, and I take you as one of my heroes from since the day I
Yeah.
first listened to you and the day I first saw you. It was on Zoom, but still, and I was so
Same,
impressed by your
but I'm looking
qualities. And
forward to meeting you real soon in person.
inshallah, inshallah, same here. Thank you
All right.
so much for having me.
Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll talk to you soon.
Same here, inshallah.